My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Blueprints. Yesterday, we managed to turn on the lights in the dark room and check out a couple of the things in there. Unfortunately, we did not have a magnifying glass, which seems like it might be a particularly useful tool for that kind of thing. I also did not find the coat check, which means that I still have a shovel in the coat check. Which also means that if I find the root cellar out here, oh, you better believe I'm going to take it. And then I'm just going to explore until I find the shovel. What? Tomb. Each time you draft a dead end in your house, spread 5 gold in the tomb. Yes. Yes, I'm absolutely going to do this. Even if only for the lore. What the? You are so big! Even if only for the lore that can be provided. That's the chimney sweep. That's buddy, this is where I puzzle. This is where I put the puzzle of the thing. Sorry. There is a chapel in the building. In the main building, there's a chapel. It has 7 angels, and each of those angels have an implement. I have listed those angels and those implements in my notes. These are those implements. Riding crop, broom. There's a chimney sweep. Hoe. A peel. Thank you, by the way, to the comments for telling me that the pizza sticking rod is called a peel. Dead end there. Cool. And no, that's a hoe. The other one's a fork. Whoops. I wonder if I'm supposed to depress them in the order that they are listed in the chapel. That's my guess so far. As soon as I have explored all of these areas, I'll head back and start doing that. Oh, money. Each of our journeys to a conclusion here in the tomb. Sorry, each of our journeys come to a conclusion here in the tomb. This floor plan is the definitive dead end. Or is it? I don't know any reason to respect the order of those candles just yet. One up. Okay. I mean, obviously there is also the big note that I just ran away from at one point. There you go, why don't you pop that up? Let's go read this. I have to imagine this is Baron H. Sinclair's. Oh, I can't read that because I don't have the magnifying glass, damn.
Simon, so here's where it all ends, at least for me. And of all the picturesque places in this grand estate, I chose this dreary, dank dungeon to be laid to rest. And the same dim, somber fate fell upon my father and his father before him, who loved the outdoors even more than myself. They say there is no stronger bond of servitude than tradition, and family tradition, thrice as strong. These are the chains that seldom bend and never break. And I do wonder what plans and prospects of yours will be sacrificed upon the family font of convention. What biography of your own will you forsake to add another page to your father's memories, or your mother's, or mine. In our youth, we are gifted with dreams and ambitions. At our death, we are left with realities and regrets. I think there is no greater sin than to perpetuate tradition that stagnates growth, that strangles purpose, that suffocates dreams. What point is there to live another's life for the sake of our own? Oh, how I wish to have been buried underneath the great oak, overlooking the plains, the wondrous woods, and the worldly mountains, and the wild holly that surrounds that trunk, a perpetual token of sympathy laid across my grave. What dreadful tradition is it that's dumped me in this sunless hollow? And if by morbid example this dark crypt makes any impression whatsoever on you, if reading this letter within these damp halls plants in you a seed of hope, if these words might grant you strength to bend, if not break these chains, then I would cherish this tomb more than oak and sycamore and spruce. More than the wondrous woods and the worldly mountains, this cold stone room would become the most cherished place in all of our domain. I would have you raise a shrine upon this spot to commemorate the honor of your liberty, the moment of your liberty. To treat this sepulchre as hallowed ground. To realize that grand gestures can only be as effective as they are theatric. And to, in turn, as recompense for the freedom thus granted you, commit yourself to be buried here, within this mausoleum of dreams. And when the day comes to write your own letter, to inspire the next generation that follows in our footsteps. As is tradition, Herbert S. Sinclair.
Okay, first off, let me just take a photo of that. Second off, yeah, that tracks. Oh, that absolutely tracks. That would be why it is important for us to understand the family history. That is why it would be important to note that there are multiple different attempts made before us in order to find room 46. I do wonder what brought Herbert around on this tradition. What dreadful tradition is it that has dumped me in this sunless hollow? However, if this dark crypt makes any impression on you, if reading this letter plants in you a seed of hope, perhaps you may bend, if not break, these chains. Then I would cherish this tomb more than oak and sycamore and spruce. I would have you raise a shrine upon this spot to commemorate the moment of your liberty, to treat this sepulchre as hallowed ground, to realize that grand gestures can only be as effective as they are theatric, and to, in turn, as recompense for the freedom thus granted you, commit yourself to be buried here. So I believe that upon receipt of our inheritance, we will be given such freedom that we will be able to express it on a level that eventually, leading towards the end of our life, we will want to pass on to someone else in a manner that they will be able to demonstrate their values are aligned with our own, and then they end up reading a letter like this. That's my read. Okay. Now, the order of implements. I'm going to assume that the way that I input this is just to descend each arm in order of their placement in the other room. So the first thing in the other room is the hoe. Next up is the peel, or pizza spatula, if you will, and I will. Following that, we have the pork of the pitched variety. The fork of the pitched variety, rather. Following that, we have the chimney sweep. Then a broom. Follow up the riding crop, and then we'll end finally with the scepter. Ah, yeah! Oh. A tomb can't hold me. I suppose we are sliding into the earth then. Oh. Okay, never mind, it's not a slide. I assumed. Well, it's definitely telling me which direction it thinks I should go. Skulls? Touch more morbid down here, and that's saying something because we came from a crypt. It really wants me to go in that room. Oh, hello. Underground. Oh, this is where the reservoir is. We could drain this from the inside. Do we know where we are? Like, is that... No, that can't be us. So we must be on an area unmapped. Oh. I'm glad I looked up. Got them to lower their scythe. And in doing so, opened another passage out of this area. I am seeing 4 diamonds in a lot of different areas. Yeah, there's 2 diamonds on the other side, though. Not necessarily relevant. Yeah, so this would be completely blank if I hadn't already opened that. Abandoned mine. Underground. Wait. Cool, I can push this back and forth, and this is blocking a path from a different area, so if I pull this back, it'll be accessible from the other side. Good lord. I'm gonna guess this is the spiral room. And yep, it is set such that I do not have the ability to use it at the moment. Interesting. It descends pretty deep into the earth there. So if I can currently do nothing with this direction, let me pull this back. I don't think... Yeah, I can't move it far back enough to be able to squeeze past it or anything like that, but I think it'll probably be relevant to have it in the relaxed position. Ahaha! Foundation elevator, the concealed entrance is on 2. Cliffside exit, cliffside exit. Minecart, fountain entrance, there's 2 entrance, torch chamber, rotating gear, and 2 north lever. North lever. We'll pick up an upgrade disc as well. And not seeing anything else necessarily unique about this design of the room. With these ones, gel point dreams. Yeah, I'm gonna collect each of the pieces of it, and then I will probably Photoshop together my own map to use as reference, because that's much easier than drawing my own map based on the however many fragments I end up finding. Aha. Interesting. So if I lowered the level here a bit, I would be able to access the pond, one imagines? Or rather, I would be able to access the pier, step out onto the boat, and then sail to the other side. So I should make sure to lower the reservoir, like... I mean, I don't think the tanks would be able to drain this, but I guess I'll lower it a little bit. I don't know how much is a little bit, but a little bit. Ah. That's deeply unfortunate. There's an area here that has been flooded. That I don't think matches the depth of flooding from the outside. That is to say, the fountain. So I don't think it's that. I feel like I only have access to this from one side, and I need access to this from another side to really be able to utilize it. Like, it does feel like I'm kind of not getting anything right now for all of the hard work I put in. Yeah, it's sailing across the other side of the reservoir. It's absolutely it. It's absolutely the puzzle we're here to solve. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to find the pump room in order to twiddle some stuff to be able to do it. And still no shovel. But if I do get a shovel, oh boy, have I got places for you to dig. Oh, I'm not going to do it. No. This also, you want to see what's in the shovel? You want to see what's buried in the ground? You do it. I got to find the shovel. You know how much muscle weariness there is involved in that? Least you could do is dig me 7,000 holes. Get to it, y'all nuts. All right, 39 steps left. 17 minutes into the episode, and we're ready to make our first step into the house. Honestly? Yeah, give me a closet. It's all, well, look, the key card is important. I'm not gonna disparage the key card. Conference room. Whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they're instead placed here. I love this room. Super useful. That's not the code. Nothing else doing in here. Makes sense. I'm gonna go for pantry rather than guest room. Grab a little bit of food and a little bit of money. Waddle on onwards. Commissary, parlor, and den. I do need some gems so that I can actually start drafting gem rooms. So I should really go to the parlor. Gems are in both the black box and the white box. That's false. Gems are in both the black box and the blue box. That's false, because they can only be in one. Gems are not in the white box or the blue box. That is true. So it must be in the black box. Very simple parlor game, this one. There's a pawn in this room as well. And I don't know if it's relevant, but this one does appear to be a black pawn. So maybe there are different pieces. Black. And this one is in the parlor. Doesn't look like anything else is dropped in this room. Oh, Nook actually going out in a positive direction. Yeah, we'll do that. It's just another key. Nothing else doing elsewhere. Drawing room. You may draw new floor plans while drafting this room or den. I mean, unless I take corridor, I can't get into the foundation from this side. I'm just going to take the den. That's fine. I don't need to be able to get into the foundation from every direction. Yes, it's observatory, and it goes out in the correct direction, and we have the gems required to draft it. Give me my gem bonus. What do I get for 6? Sorry, my star bonus. Oh, Diamondus Minor and the twins. A pair of chests has been added to the entrance hall. I would love to have a sledgehammer so that I can open both of those chests without a key. I do like the Garrigy. A lot of keys. None of these give us the ability to enter the foundation. You know what? Give me it. Give me the Garrigy. Oh, Swan Song. I see. That's the plate of the car. Might have been a little bit of an additional hint as to how I could have gotten the password for the machines. Christoph, this is the 3rd time. Yes, 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 and I've read that note before. Where are my 3? Oh, there we are. I thought they were directly under the intercom. They were on the other side this time. Or rather, I thought they were always directly under the intercom, and they were on the other side this time. Cool. Additional keys are certainly handy. Oh, laboratory is exactly the kind of thing I'm looking for here. Love getting this active as early as I can. I've also got an upgrade disc. Let's set up an experiment. Each time you unlock or bypass a security door, add 3 aquariums, or gain a gold or a key or a gem, or gain 3 gold for each red room in your house. When you draft a hallway from another hallway, or when drafting, if you draft a drawing room. If you draw a drawing room floor plan. Let's go each time you unlock or bypass a security door, because that's definitely the most common. And I kind of want to add 3 aquariums, so I have the ability to, but I'll just take aquarium when it turns up. Give me the resources every time I do that. That seems like a very easy experiment to set and forget and just benefit from. I'll also insert this disc. And we will be upgrading the spare room. Excellent. I would love that to have some. Aha, spare bedroom. It becomes purple. Spare green room. It becomes green. Spare hall. It becomes a hallway. I'm going to make it a bedroom so that I can get additional footsteps from having nursery and then drafting spare bedroom or any other, like a sleep mask or something like that as well. I think it's more important that I have access to additional footsteps right now. Apple? Glad I checked if there was an apple in this room. As it turns out, there was indeed. Storeroom would terminate, unfortunately. So I'm going to head to the chapel. Do I have... I feel so vindicated by the way that, like, in the very first episode, coming into this room and going, there's numbers and there's unique things next to them. I'm going to note all of this down in case it's relevant. And then just head into the crypt, being able to take advantage of that. Yeah, good fun. Good fun. Good game design. I like it a lot. Makes me feel smart. Doesn't look like there's anything else relevant in this room. Door's locked. I'll open it. There's the drawing room. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. That's fine. I have 2 exits for this room. So it's kind of ideal. I think something is going to pop up there. Right? We do something in this room or a different room and then... like something slides up from the ground. Okay. Oh, no, there is a pawn in here. I was wondering. It's gold. And it's in the drawing room. Interesting. Don't think there's anything necessarily to be gleaned from this very, like, upper management in one of the companies that makes the guns for Borderlands kind of character that's sitting here for a portrait right now. All right, we'll head out. Billiard room that would lead into an area we can't use, a commissary or a corridor, which is always left unlocked, going back down to the entrance. I don't really need any of, maybe billiard room, just gain some resources here. Actually seems good. 20, that equals 20. 20 divided, sorry, 12 divided by 4 equals 3. 8 plus 4 divided by 4 equals 3. Again. 19 minus 11 is 8, times 3 is 24, divided by 12 is 2. Yoinkums. Okay, I'm running a little light on footsteps at the moment. I got a lot of keys, though, so anything that wants keys, I can freely spend on. Like this door, for instance. Oh, terrace. Green rooms do not cost gems to draft. I don't have any gems right now. I'm going to take terrace and just start spawning green rooms whenever the option is given to me. Couple gems. Interesting. I don't think you're the vision that I've had. Oh, okay. Not just the vision out that side of the estate. You're holding a, what do they call that? Crucible? And a tome. Unfortunately, this terminates all of the paths that are not now through the chapel upwards, but I can also head back to the entrance hall and I've got another direction out. I think I should probably just follow the chapel first. Office. Opportunity to earn and spread money. And there's the conference room that would spread all of the money. It'd be great. But there's also the coat check. No. If I put the coat check there, I'm not going to have the ability to go out to many rooms. That's the problem here. That's the real problem. It's got a shovel in. I want the shovel, but I can't do it. But also, I literally can't draft the other rooms, and I have to select one, so... Well... I dug my own grave, and now I have to lie in it. Let me shovel. You can have a key card. I'm not going to need that today. I'm not even able to get into the foundation. When you unlock or bypass a security door. I'm not going to be doing much of that in this run either. I guess kind of what I want most is to go outside and just dig. I could go into the garage. I don't remember there being a dig pile in there. And I don't want to have to waste multiple steps going to and from an area that may or may not have a dig pile. I am really only interested in areas that do. Where? Oh, tomb. Every time you draft a dead end in your house, spread 5 gold into the tomb, and I've been drafting dead ends constantly. I got a lot of money from that. So good. I need the entrance hall to... There's really nowhere to dig in the house? These are keys. I can unlock those. Give me steps. Don't give me money. I have money. I need steps. Don't give me money. It's the last thing I need. Secret passage leads to a room of a color of your choice. I mean, I can't drop that. Also, literally none of these work. So I'm going to take the storeroom, and then we're going to turn around, and then we're going to go dig a bunch of piles, and then we're going to have to end the day there. All right, back into the tombs. I hope I get a unique item out of digging down here. That would certainly make me feel a bit better about this run. A few additional coins, buddy. Coins is the last thing I need. Remember? We just said that a couple of seconds ago. It's almost like you weren't listening, game. It's almost like you're... I don't want to call you an inanimate object. You are quite animated. An old tin can, not worth picking up. I challenge that assertion. In that I immediately chose to pick it up. Do you have any more digging to be done? Yes. 5 more gold for another dead end. You can make a lot of money in a place like this. Now, what you do with that money, couldn't tell you the life of me. I think in the future, given this and especially our previous run, I think what I need to do is try and make sure that I do have an open line at all times without favoring taking additional tech pieces. Like, I got Terrence the Terrace, and then I never put down a green room. Absolute tragedy. If I put that up, do you close that door? You do not. Good to knows. I remember there being another digging pile. I think it was in this final room over here. Where? Where? Perhaps it was not. Maybe I just over-focused on the couple of digging piles I did have access to at the time. I feel like this is a very fruitless shovel. I'm gonna try one last time. I'm going to pop this forward to start with. Right, no shovels. Here's the thing. I think maybe that is access from outside. So if I have time, I'm going to go test that. That what we've accomplished is by moving this minecart, maybe we've opened the ability to come down to this area without having the crypts. I might not actually have the footsteps to go and test this, but we will be able to look at that at the top of tomorrow, at least assuming that the minecart itself does not reset day over day. Which I can't say I'm certain of. Give me a 1 to head out here, and then as soon as I go down, it's going to be like, okay, goodbye, good night. Yeah. Yeah, as soon as I go down here. So that leads to a minecart. But don't just take my step away and then don't let me view the area. I think here in the... No. I invented in my mind a passage that went from here to a minecart. I guess that doesn't exist. Maybe I have to open another area, specifically like the laboratory over there comes to mind as an area that might be relevant. Alrighty then. I'm gonna turn in with all of my knowledge and my gigantic amount of money. You know how many estates I could buy with this? I wouldn't even need this crummy little manor. Sorry, did I call it crummy little manor? What I meant is a cozy cottage with 18 total rooms, 5 ranks reached, 54 steps taken, 2 items found, and 1 new room. That'll be the tomb. Granted, it seems like a pretty important new room. I'm gonna start piecing together that map, and I'm gonna meet you on the other side of a new day. Until then, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Blueprints. Top that's a series playlist from my content of the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below. Streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. And our brother thanked in. A special thanks this episode to Mr. Gibberish. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.